The Irish Spectrum on Spectrum International and irishradio.org, also 24-hour a day Irish music radio. Rockabilly singer Imelda May is hugely successful in Ireland, indeed also in the US as well as the UK. Now, originally from Dublin, she's lived in the UK for years and is now getting that well-deserved recognition and rave reviews. I'm delighted to say, Imelda May, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Lovely to speak with you. First of all, well done on all your success.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. And you.
Despite the phenomenon of the TV shows of late, which sort of can make an artist a star pretty much sort of instantly overnight, you've been on the radar, and you've had high-profile appearances, for example, at the Royal Albert Hall, also for President Higgins' visit to the UK, and you're also in demand, of course, on the sofa for chat shows in numerous areas. But you weren't an overnight success. I think you've earned your stripes at this stage.
Oh, God, yeah. I've been doing this 24 years. 24 years I've been gigging.
Wow.
And I started at 16, gigging in the pubs and clubs, and served me time, if you like, and just worked my way gradually all the way along.
Wow. I mean, that's how sort of it all started off. You're from Dublin, I believe, the daughter of a one-time dance teacher, and you're one of 5 siblings, and it was your family, I think, that sparked your interest in music.
Yeah, it was my whole family are very musical, and my sister taught me the first chords on the guitar, and I started writing songs and all. Heard great music through all of my family, and the one record player, and great sing songs in the house. So yeah, I've been lucky to have been from a very musical family. My dad was a dance teacher until then. Children came along, and then he couldn't afford to pay the bills, so he became a painter and decorator.
Right. The old story of the money required and all the rest of it.
Exactly.
Right. Now you've actually mentioned, I believe, in other interviews, your delight together with your husband, Darrell Hyam, at becoming parents to little Violet Kathleen.
Yeah, a gorgeous little baby. We're very lucky to have her. And she's a little cheeky monkey. She's brilliant. She's funny and rules the roost.
I'd well believe it. What age is she now?
Oh, she's coming up to 2.
Coming up to 2.
Bossy time.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I believe that you actually had her balancing on your hip while you were trying to write songs.
Yeah, I did. I mean, she was only 5 months old when I started to write again, and I didn't make myself write. It just started pouring out of me again. So yeah, I'd be rocking her asleep and writing at the same time. Absolutely magic. Multitasking like every other woman.
Indeed. And I believe she actually writes your signature in your lipstick.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't write me signature. She just mushes lipstick everywhere. Yeah. She loves lipstick.
Mighty. Now, your new album, it's called Tribal.
Yes.
Been well received.
Yeah, it's gone really well. Number 1 in Ireland and number 3 in the UK. So I'm delighted with that. Absolutely delighted.
Excellent. A song that's getting a lot of attention, Robert. It's Good to Be Alive.
Yes.
Where did that song come from?
Well, it is good to be alive, isn't it?
Well, yes.
It just I was having sleepless nights and losing my mind after not sleeping for months, and just up all night in the dark on my own, because of course my hubby was snoring like the way it works out, and baby was asleep and dog was asleep. I couldn't sleep. I was so tired, looking out the window, and the sun came up, and I just saw this most glorious dawn, and I thought, God, it's good to be alive. And then I thought, God, there's a song in that, because everybody feels that sometimes. You see something wondrous like that, something simple and wondrous. And so I wanted to write it though with the verses dark and talking of difficulties and almost like the night time, and the chorus to be uplifting almost like the dawn. So that's where that came from.
Very, very romantic when you put it like that, I must say. Now, the rockabilly music, it's possibly only semi-mainstream, but it can't be underestimated. I mean, it's influenced many, many people.
Exactly, yeah. It's always been underground, really, to an extent, and I suppose in a way that made it probably more attractive to me as a teenager, because you love that, you know. Well, I did anyway, and I love rebellion and things. So it was just great music, full of rebellion and excitement, and almost scary at times when you'd hear the Blue Caps screaming and everything. But I don't know why it was shunned for so long or not accepted as most music, is accepted for being great and influential. And rockabilly, it was the original punk rock of its day, but without rockabilly you wouldn't have had the Beatles. They wanted to be a rockabilly band. They've said it many times. You wouldn't have had Mark Bolan, Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin. All these people have all said without rockabilly. Jeff Beck, I wouldn't have. They've all said they wouldn't be doing what they're doing. So I couldn't understand why, if the music was so great and so influential, why was it shunned? So that made me, the stubborn streak in me when people told me don't do that music. I couldn't see why not, so I did it more.
Indeed, and it certainly has worked out for you. Now, your husband is English, and I believe that you met while you were each performing separately in Camden, and apparently when you played at Buckingham Palace, Prince Philip, we're told, enjoyed the crack about how Daryl got the gal.
Yeah. He was. We were delighted to be invited by the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip, up to Buckingham Palace, and we got to have a chat, and they were both gorgeous, really lovely and funny, and it was a good moment. It was for the President Higgins. That was all to do with the Irish and English. At last, it felt like a good thing to do. At last, some friendships going on, so it felt like a good thing to do. And of course, a lot of couples have been going back and forth between England and Ireland and falling in love, like the West Side Story. Indeed. For many years. And me and my husband were one such couple. And the Duke of Edinburgh was just asking how did you get together? Like, if you're English and you're Irish, he said to my husband. And he said, well, she came over to England to do a gig, and he said then she went back to Dublin, and he said, and I chased her, I followed her, and Prince Philip was walking away, and he turned around, gave me a look up and down, and he said, I don't blame you, son, I don't blame you. So that we thought that was very funny.
Cracking stuff. Now, your album Tribal, it's out at the moment on Decca, and as you said, it's getting number one in Ireland, number 3 over here. I mean, you must be very, very happy with that success.
Oh God, I can't believe it. I'm delighted after all these years of gigging around, just the old-fashioned way, if you like. No big fireworks, no big. I used to be told years ago you have to have a story, and I said, well, the story is I've been working hard and learning my trade quietly, like with nobody watching, like an awful lot of bands walking around over and over. But I was writing all this time, and I was trying to learn my craft of writing and writing. I wanted me writing to get better. I started with my own band, with my own songs, and that's when everything started to move for me after years of doing other people's songs. So I was great. I was delighted. I wanted to do that. That's where my heart and soul was, So it's great that it's gone well, I suppose, on my own terms with my own thing, as opposed to there's no compromise musically for me, So I'm delighted with that, and my family's delighted with me because they've watched me struggle to pay the bills for many years, and it's great to see them. And for me, now that things are going well, I love being able to treat my family and put my mum and dad up in lovely hotels, and of course that's a big thrill for me,
Absolutely excellent.